Friends, myself Jagdish Kumar Karan, lecturer in zoology, KBDF Nirakar. Today I am going to discuss with you about the in vitro fertilization or IVF. Friends, as you know, in the process of normal reproduction, a sperm fertilizes an ovum or egg in the fallopian tube of the female. But when this natural process fails, infertility results. That means reproduction is a natural process. In this process, the fertilization, where the sperm and the ovum meet each other, also a natural process. When this natural process fails, infertility results. That means the couple is unable to reproduce. In case of infertility, in vitro fertilization is preferred to have a baby. That means normally fertility occurs, but when there is infertility or the couple is unable to reproduce due to some reason, the process of IVF is preferred to have a baby. IVF is a form of assisted reproductive technology and is tried when other fertility techniques have failed. That means when there is infertility, the couple tried different methods consulting the physician. But when other method fails, at last this technology of IVF is preferred. Then IVF is an artificial process where fertilization is allowed to occur in a laboratory dish and the resultant embryo is transferred to the uterus of women to have pregnancy. That means it is purely artificial. In the laboratory, the process is carried out in a laboratory dish. The egg and sperm are allowed to meet each other. They mixed and the resultant embryo is transferred to the uterus of the woman to have pregnancy. So far definition is concerned, in vitro fertilization is a process by which an egg is fertilized by sperm outside the body. The term in vitro meaning in glass, such as beaker, test tube or petri dishes. But today the term in vitro is used to refer to any biological procedure that is performed outside the organism. Now the concept of in vitro has changed. It is generally taken any activity which is taking place outside the body of the organism, that is in the laboratory condition. Friends, we also use another term test tube babies in common, which indicates the development of babies or pregnancy through IVF technologies as test tube babies. This test tube baby is referred to the tube shaped container of glass called test tube. That means if as we are in this process we are using the test tubes, it is called test tube babies. Let us go to the history. In 1973, the first pregnancy in human through IVF was reported by Carl Wood, John Litton and Alan Tronson of Australia. In 1976, an ectopic pregnancy was reported by Patrick Stiptoy and Robert Edwards of United Kingdom. Ectopic pregnancy is the pregnancy which occurs outside the uterus. That means it is not taking place in the uterus, but it is taking place somewhere in the fallopian tube. On 25th July 1978, world's first baby, test tube baby, named Louis Brown was born in United Kingdom through IVF carried out by Stipe and Edwards in 1977. In October 1978, the second baby Durga, alias Kanupriya Agarwal, was born by the effort of Subhas Mukhopadhyay, a physician from Calcutta. Robert Edwards was awarded the 2010 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for the development of in vitro fertilization. Carl Wood was dubbed the father of IVF for having pioneered the use of frozen embryo. Then come to the process of IVF. This figure indicates the stages of IVF or steps in IVF. It is consisting of 5 steps. In the first steps, the egg production is stimulated by the hormone therapy. In the second, egg retrieved from the ovary. That means egg is collected from the ovary. Okay. In the third step, sperms are collected. In the fourth step, egg and sperm are combined to a petri dish to allow fertilization. Then later the process of development continued from cleavage up to the blastula. In the fifth step, the fertilized egg or developing embryo in the cleavage or blastocyst stage is introduced into the uterus of the female. Then here it is introduced. Let us go to the step by step procedure. In the first step is also known as stimulation of or superovulation. Normally a woman produces 1 egg per month, but in IVF fertility, drugs are used to stimulate the ovary to produce several eggs. Stimulation is done by number 1, suppressing natural cycle. That means the menstrual cycle of the woman is suppressed by medication, because during the this maturation cycle or menstrual cycle, 1 egg is produced in each month, but as we require number of eggs, so this process is suppressed. Boosting egg supply, the ovaries are stimulated by medicine to produce more eggs than usual. Next, monitoring progress and maturing of eggs. An ultrasound scan is carried out to check the development of eggs, and medication is used to help them to mature. That means egg production is regularly monitored or checked, and medication is used to help them mature, because we require mature eggs. In the next step, egg retrieval or collection. A minor surgery called follicular aspiration is done to collect eggs. That means eggs are collected by some means of surgery. In this surgery, a needle is inserted into the ovaries via the vagina to remove the eggs. If a woman does not or cannot produce any eggs, donated eggs may be used. That means when there is non-availability eggs from the women, donor's egg or egg from other women can be used. In the third step, insemination and fertilization. The mixing of the sperm and egg is called insemination. The male sperm is placed together with the best quality of eggs, because we have to choose good quality eggs, and similarly sperms are also scanned, then are mixed together. The sperm fertilizes an egg a few hours insemination. If the chances of fertilization is low, the sperm may be directly injected into the eggs by the process called intracytoplasmic sperm injection. That means when the fertilization in the petri dishes is not followed, then direct injection method is used. Next step is embryo culture. The embryo are allowed to grow until cleavage stage, that is day 2 to day 4, or the blastocyst stage. That means these two stages give best result. One is cleavage stage between 2 or 4 days, or the blastocyst stage 5 or 6 days after co-incubation. The growth of the embryo is regularly checked. Then the embryo are screened and the best one is selected for transport. That means several embryo are found growing in the petri dish, then embryo are checked, suitable good one is selected for transfer. In the step 5, it is called embryo transfer. Embryo are usually transferred into the woman's uterus 3 to 5 days following egg retrieval and fertilization. 1 or 2 fertilized eggs or embryo are placed in the uterus. That means the fertilized egg can be inserted, or the growing embryo up to cleavage or blastula stage can be inserted into the uterus, but embryo developing stage, which is best, is cleavage or blastocyst stage. In this process, a catheter or small tube is inserted into the uterus to transfer the embryos. If an embryo sticks to the lining of the uterus and grows, pregnancy result. That means the pregnancy will result by implantation. That means the embryo settle to the uterus and make a connection with the uterus wall, that is called endometrium. Then the pregnancy arises. Then come to the use of IVF. IVF is used to treat infertility and some genetic problems. For women with blocked or damaged fallopian tube, IVF provides to have child using their own eggs. IVF can be used to maximize the chance of conceiving in case of older patients. Couples with a male infertility problem have higher chance of conceiving by IVF. IVF seems to be successful for patients with a regular natural ovulation cycle. Polycystic ovary syndrome, that means if ovulation is not occurring regularly, then it seems to be preferred. Women with premature ovarian failure or menopause can have child having donor eggs. Right? IVF can help to diagnose fertilization problems. It is also used to test chromosomal disorders like Down syndrome. Then success rate of IVF. Success rate of IVF depends on the reproductive history, maternal age, cause of infertility, and lifestyle factors. The average success rate of IVF is about 30 to 40%, depending upon the age. Using an egg donor will also affect the success. Young women have more chance to be pregnant through the IVF. Then what are the health risks if we go for the IVF. There are side effects from the medications because a lot of medicines are used, so that side effects may result from the medication. There is chances of multiple birth, like twins or triplets, because while transferring more than one egg can or embryo can be transferred into the uterus. Occurrence of ectopic pregnancy, it is very important. That means sometimes ectopic pregnancy or pregnancy outside the uterus may occur inside the fallopian tubes. Ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, it is the syndrome by which too many of the eggs are developed in the ovaries. Next, to concluding parts. IVF is a major treatment for infertility. Advances in IVF have made more possible to have child among couples who are unable to reproduce naturally. It has also become more feasible in low and middle income countries in terms of availability and cost. This much all about the IVF, and the lesson is concluded.